What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C, and I just got finished watching the SWV. What the hell? What did we just watch? I know it's supposed to be the season finale, but consider how it ended, I can see why it's the season finale. I don't even know if they're coming back. To be honest with you, it's kind of sad in a way. We see them at the end; they were, in between, talking. I guess they're still cool. I don't know. Hopefully, but I'm sitting here like just ending at the same note is okay. What is the future SWV? I guess we have to keep up. But here's season finale, episode 6, season 1 of SWV United. But before we start there, because like I said, it really wasn't that much to talk about this episode besides Coco and her decisions. Anyways, I have reached the 400 plus mark of subscribers, y'all. I want to thank you, everybody, for all the love and support. Because I wouldn't have got here if it wasn't for y'all. You see what I'm saying? And no matter how small I am or, how big I'm able to get on here, is the point is, people have shown me with so much love and support and continues have shown support, whether they're YouTubers, YouTubers from my YouTuber spam, just occasionally, other fellow YouTubers, subbies or subbies slash you, or they're also YouTubers. So let me just do this as quickly as I can, because I know you like we didn't click on for this video about YouTube about that. You could make this separate video, Tasha. But anyways, y'all. Shout out to Mike B, some more love, the Ghetto View, Majestic, also Random Majestic, also Athena. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm just listening to three names, but shout out to her, Squeaky Jones, Don Self Esteem, also Don, who's a self esteem queen on here, a great life coach, motivation speaker. Jay from Up the Discussion, Marcus Williams, Minority Pony, Kima TV, Kima from Kima TV, she's actually a singer. Janae Bessa, Jamil TV, Maureen and Linda, Jerika Latrice, and also I had to put in a shot Jamar Washington, which I didn't know we also went to the same high school. He's originally from here. CT Technicians. Anyway, I mean he shared a video, but shout out to him. He's awesome. I like his channel too. Also Casey Newman, he's also shared my video. Also shout out also to Much Love because I actually watched my testimony video and she watched it and she was able to share it, even if just one video, Also C.TV, also watched I gotta get to my YouTuber, part 2. I've been sick. If y'all been watching the last couple videos, y'all could probably hear and see that I sound way better, thank God. But it's still a little bit in the system, so I'll probably be 100% back, next week. But, also some of my YouTube subscribers like Will McGrew. I hope I'm saying that right, okay. Ashley B, Christy Johnson, just reading my book number 1, Moonlight Venus. Also Miss L, I think 30814, and Kiwi, K W I T I N Essentials 12. I hope I'm saying that. K with Essentials, or Cute with Essentials. Was it Cute with Essentials? Oh Lord, forgive me, y'all. I mean, they're just some of the people who usually comment on my videos on the regular that I know about. I'm not sure about that. And all the other subscribers, thank you. Whether you comment or not, occasionally make an appearance, y'all. And Secrets of My Shadow, I've seen too. And Busy Chase of Queens, she likes Pink Nose Fashion. She about that fashion. Thank you to her as well. Like I said, Hugs Bella, Mafia. I think that's which name was it, Tattoo Creole Goddess. She does makeup stuff like that. I could sit here and just ramble on, but I want to appreciate just to everybody. Don't think I forgot about y'all just because I didn't mention y'all names. You know what I mean? But I want to thank y'all, appreciate y'all for just all the love, support, hugs, everybody, hugs. It's just thank you. I'm serious. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think I was gonna get. I've been consistently making videos since like September 3rd, the premiere of Black Ink. Season 2, and just been, I didn't expect to have these many subscribers. I mean, and it's, now February, almost February. We got one more week of February. But I'm just saying thank you for all of the support, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's get in the review, y'all, because I said, and I know you all like, some people probably like, I'm clicking off the goddamn video. Anyways, so we're back to where the hell are we at? Because that's pretty much should have been the name of this damn show, right? Now, We're picked off where they left off the next day. The girls obviously reconciled because, Ty was like this, you gotta make a decision. Talking to Coco, in that last show, right, when Coco decides to bring up communication, but unfortunately was damn near at the last minute about how she also was thinking about pursuing a gospel career. And, they're still in the comeback thing, but, turns out Corey, Corey's been in the corner a couple times. You don't know until like two, how we talk about, you see first Corey, not Corey, but Ty, Lily and Coco talking. And then it's until like on cue, then we find out Corey's in the corner, or seats, in the seat in the corner. And then you find out he's there because he begins to talk and stuff, right? So anyways, he sits there, first they just talking the next day and they're all cool. And they just, y'all cool with, but they still just kind of be like, in the end, they're back at better standards. The couple was like, y'all was real mad at me, but but they're kind of like, you sometimes get confused and basing with your people you love, and it was like the type of situation. But Corey was still talking about also what they were talking about. The whole thing is you have to be careful about wanting to do a gospel career, and they just, of course, is concerned about is she gonna, walk on out there again, and we'll hear another Sunshine, a 2015 version Sunshine, and you wonder like, I don't hear Ty and Lily's voice in the background. I'm just saying is, even though she says they have said it that she has done this a couple times and it's a repeated pattern with how it's all about her. And so, anyways, we sit here and they're basically like they just in on good terms for now. And fast forward, just get this out this way. You got Ty, and they're still in New York, by the way. Ty and her husband Eddie, are looking at partners, even though he doesn't know he got the job yet. And of course, Ty is concerned about this affecting the group SWV, and having to move and make all these adjustments and stuff like that. She really just want to stay in Tennessee, and I think they're national for Tennessee, and stay in their happy home because they've been there, for a minute, and stuff like that. So he still said just in case. Just get this out the way, y'all. He ends up, and this was so nice. I hope she made him smile later on, if you know what I mean. Because he meets up with LA. They got, their son with him, and then they're, talking, and, she's concerned because first he said he was actually offered a job, there, in New York. And then, you got kind of confessions like, Lord, this will affect the group and stuff like that. But if she has to go, she has to go. And then all of a sudden he said, but you know what? And the fact of your, for your career's sake, somebody, he's thinking about her and her career choice. He's like, I'm not taking the job. She's like, are you sure? I'm just going to be bitter, but I'll take the job. But that was just all. So he, for the sake also one of the reasons for her, he decided not to take the job because, he's knows about her career and, she's, just being there for her. And, that's, so leave it as that. And, it was happy until, again, the last 3 minutes of the show. So we have Coco later on the next day. She's first had a little, I guess, a couple times she had to do the song, but she do the song that she's working with that producer. I still don't know his name, start with an R. The gospel song. She really wants this, the song out here is very personal to her, especially battling, recently we've seen her with, breast cancer and stuff like that, and her stuff that she was going on with the jazz. And she wants other girls to listen to the song. So, fast forward, she ends up, having to listen to the song. It looked like maybe Ty and Lily were about to go out again. I don't know if they're going to strip club in New York, I'm just saying, or wherever they're going at, but they look like they're about to hang out. And Coco let them listen to the song, and they realized, they actually liked the song, even though they first something like, I gotta admit that, I gotta admit that, they both admit that they actually like the song, and they're just like, they're going to support her. They just hopefully this song does not interfere with SWV. Little do they know, we find out later on. Ooh. So, anyways, y'all, we sit here and we have the song going. Now, here's the other thing I have a question about. Okay. Anyways, Here's another thing I actually have a question about. Now, the lawyers, they said, was able to say they had a loophole. Now, did they look at the contract themselves, or did they just go by what the ladies were talking about as far as the problem Marcus will make it real, whatever, make it last forever, whatever was the title of this record label that's kind of pretty much has put them on the back burner, okay? So, anyways, now all of a sudden, they go to meet with Sony, they got this upcoming concert next. I think the last stop in the tour happens to be in California. And the problem is that they sat here and, they talked with Sony, and it turns out Sony was trying to get them up and going. But the problem is, they still have an obligation to Marcus, and Marcus won't let them out the damn contract. So now they know the possibility that with all the work of Jeff did, and they didn't tell Jack everything, all the details that was going on. And then too, like I said, I don't know what happened. The Lord was saying as if there was no problem getting out the contract. Now all of a sudden they actually are stuck in the damn contract, I guess, obligated to give. Or maybe I guess it was 2 albums, I think. So they end up knowing they're gonna have to meet with Marcus as, okay. So Marcus, they said they're concerned about, they really didn't help him with the album, blah blah blah. He claims, and because they end up meeting with them, and they were saying and also Corey was there too, and they're basically what. We sat there, you never really supported, we didn't get the proper promotion or anything for the album, we don't feel like taking chances. Because he's basically we put in a lot of work, blah, blah, blah. But they're saying that a lot of his stuff he said is just by words. He's probably acting that way because, of course, they're trying to get out of it. He knows they're trying to get out of the application, but he's refusing to take them out of the contract. So they decide right up there when they realize they can't get out of stuff, and he's refusing to take them out, and he's saying, well, you can get your lawyers and blah, 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 which will be a long, ongoing process, and possibly they can lose. But like I said, I'm still wondering okay, never mind. Like I said, the whole lawyer thing saying it was okay to get out, and they still technically, to a certain point, as far as right now, dispute, because now that if they have another album, who's to say Sony will want to work with them later on in the future? If to say the group is still together, I don't know. So, they went ahead and, like I said, they went ahead and, decided right then and there they're going to just do another album, just go from there, blah, blah, blah. Marcus even felt like, this is supposed to be positive conversation and blah, 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 but this is negative, something like that, whatever, So they pretty much just, SWV just we're just going to do it, we just had to deal with another record and blah, blah, blah. And so they met with Jeff, and, they were worried about how Jeff was going to take this. And Jeff at first said, okay, usually I'm told certain circumstances like this and the fans, well, okay, this is something different. But in the end, he does decide that he's still going to work with them despite, those circumstances, right? And again, Coco was starting to feel some type of way because she's not telling, of course, the group yet. We already know how she's good with communication. So she basically was saying she doesn't want to work with Mark. But here's the problem the thing is, if y'all would have been able not to have to work with Mark again, at least the second record, if y'all wasn't in a goddamn contract. So if she decides not to work with Marcus, we find out later, again in the dressing room, and here I bring some stuff at the last minute after we have a good show, let me bring the stuff back then, that if she refuses to do this record, that could possibly get them sued, and stuff like that. And also that could be, of course, be, a mess up, of course, in their future, thing is being a group. So she doesn't want to work with Marcus. She doesn't try, but that's the problem is, like we were saying when we were talking to Marcus, we did sign a contract and this obligation. So that's what's expected of them. So for her to do that, whatever, right? So, what else was really going on in the episode? Like I said, it really wasn't too much. So, let's go on to the last part. Because like I said, Jeff still's going to work with them. Thumbs up for now. They still, of a future thumbs ups now. And, again, here's Coco talking, but also I want to point out this. Now, the group, they had brought up a little earlier, I think, one of those conversations about how they already had to make sacrifices for Coco because she refuses to see because of religious beliefs. All of a sudden does not, even though, the confessional, just all this out, certain stuff, she doesn't want to sing certain songs like Downtown because they had on the bottom of the screen and stuff like that, right? So she, they already had, I guess, in other words, they had sacrificed on account of her. Besides, occasionally, the group just falls apart. So in the end, with her, she's already keeps saying she said at least once or twice already about working by herself. Where Coco's got to think about herself. I remember she saying this before she broke it down in the last scene, and, confessional. So I'm thinking like, well, we've been knew you've been thinking about yourself the whole entire time. That's why we've been having these problems here. Y'all been having okay. Anyway, maybe that's just me, but I'm just saying here. So they have the last scene again. I don't know if it's because of contract reason or because Mark screwed them over, but I'm seeing that they only shown we only kept seeing them perform almost, I swear, at least week anything. I'm so into you. At least damn near about 3/4 or damn near all the episodes that we see. Okay, out of the 2 episodes that they had of this damn entire season. So after they had to show their hype or whatever the case is, Lily's behind. She doesn't believe her butt is, can put a glass on. So Ty was trying to do a test and stuff like that on it, but it couldn't do never. But they're like, in the confessionals, Lily's behind can possibly make some money like girls in the club. She's like, would you see that girls their butts in the club? And they're like, yeah, yours is just like those. So I don't know, we're trying to fly by. I just thought that was a little funny. So in the last scene, they all hype and happy. We've seen this a couple times before. They have a good show, and then it comes. It's a big ass rain cloud that is a thunderstorm in the middle of the dressing room. So everybody has to leave. It says something to SUV, and again, the second time we don't know that Corey's there until a couple minutes later when they're talking, or the debate starts to. The argument starts to happen. Really. So you got her up here saying again, like, I don't want to work with Marcus. And they say, like, for real? Like, seriously? I don't want to work with Marcus. Here's cool, because she don't want to work with Marcus. She's going with her soul career. And they just, of course, I ain't got to go into all the details, because we already know they ticked off. Lily, of course, is mad. Corey first was like, y'all got to get together. And then he's up there turning like, you know what, Coco, you better think about this, basically. And she all, and all this other stuff. And even Ty and Lily pointed out, like, I don't know, because maybe it's those meds you're on, after that tummy tuck to whatever the hell it is, whatever going on, the color of your hair. I don't know, but, you own some, and she just like, whatever, at the end. And Lily, of course, I think I've got retired with, but I think Lee was just like, this attitude, whatever. And if that's how pretty much in it, then you see him at the end talking about, yeah, girl, that diva attitude, I'll read him, because they kind of were talking between the series finale and next minute I see they're introducing a premiere, Mary, and that's how it ends. So I don't know. That's all I can give you, y'all, because that's all they gave us. Okay. So I will see y'all definitely. If y'all plan on watching Mary, I will be reviewing that. I don't know if I do Scandal, if I don't, or I might just cancel review and whatever. But like I said, if I do it, I'm not gonna do the 8, 9, and 10 episodes. So episodes and those last 3. But yeah, I definitely will be doing Mary. So I will definitely see you on the next video. Have a pleasant weekend, pleasant night, pleasant weekend. Like I said, thank you for all the love and support. Continue on going, and I'll definitely see y'all. And try to stay. If y'all sick, get better. And if y'all cold, try to stay warm. If you're warm, try just to cool. Well, you get what I'm saying. But anyways, y'all have a good night.